1.
What's up, Ravens? I'm Autumn Bertold, alongside
Michael Kirby, and we have so much to discuss, like the upcoming spring play, the Triple Crown tournament, and the RSC Counselor Week.
Wow, that's a jam-packed show we have, and we have no time to waste. Let's get right into the Ravens.
Autumn, do you know what week it is?
What, Michael?
It is the Counselor Appreciation Week. Isn't that exciting?
Yes, but I know Ava Hansen has more on the story, so let's send it over to her.
Miss Jasper is one of the many dedicated counselors at ONW.
I work with all students, last names H through L, but then I also am the College Now liaison for Johnson County Community College.
Student services TAs constantly witness the hard work that counselors put in every day.
I witness how the counselors work hard, like hour to hour, and they're going to try to accommodate you still despite that busyness.
The simple act of patience can be one of the best ways to support your counseling staff.
Giving them grace, like they have a lot of students to accommodate, and especially with emailing and setting up appointments.
I loved it. I thought it was great, especially since I recognized a lot of names on the card. It was fun.
To show extra support, the Raven Service Club made handwritten notes for each one of the counselors. For ONW Now, this has been Ava Hansen.
See, Autumn, now we have to know the impact the counselors make on us.
I heard there's a spring play coming up.
Yeah, I heard that too.
I'm not sure what it's about, though, so let's send it to David Manning to give us a closer look.
What's up, Ravens? I'm David Manning, and I'm here in the shop where they're constructing a new set for Much Ado About Nothing. We talked to a couple student actors to see what's going on.
The character I play in the play is Claudio. The premise of the show is that two people fall in love and their best friends are trying to keep them from getting married, and there's a ton of like rumors and lies being spread.
This play is about for me, it's kind of like who to trust, because there's a lot of like rumors that go on and they heavily affect like the characters. I play Don Pedro, and he's the prince, and he's kind of a significant character because he's the one who brings all the couples together, and he's kind of like the mediator between all the characters.
The play may not be ready yet, but it's already had a real impact on the cast.
My favorite memory so far is just enjoying the people. That's my favorite thing about theater is it's always the people, and it's just a ton of fun because I look forward every day to just going to rehearsal and spending time with a ton of my closest friends.
You should come see the play because it's really funny and the plot is super interesting and it never drags.
If you think you might be interested, head on over to onwtheater.com. The shows are on March 9th, 10th, and 11th with tickets starting at $10. From ONW Now, this has been David Manning.
You know how much of an impact music has on people at our school? I know Drew Sheets knows how greatly this can affect students, so let's send it over to him.
Music can be powerful and impactful in many ways. Our Ravens across the hall listen to music all day and every day. Let's see how big of an impact music has on Ravens all across the school.
Music is really important to me because I feel like it can change my entire mood, and it just makes life so much better. Life is so much more entertaining when you have music.
As the great Kanye West once said, music is the code of self-esteem. It's the code of who you are.
It basically shifts my mood a lot. If I hear like a Drake song come on, it like puts me in a happy mood and stuff like that, and it keeps me going throughout the day.
I don't think I could choose one personal favorite, but if I had to, it'd probably be Lana Del Rey, because her music is just like unique and it just hits.
Aubrey Drake Graham, aka Drake, aka The Boy.
For ONW Now, this has been Drew Sheets.
You know Wyatt?
The short Southern kid?
Well, he's got a story about how a local church is helping some Ukrainian refugees.
Well, let's get into the then.
How's it going, Ravens? It's Wyatt McDonald back with another story for y'all. And today we're going to be checking out Lenexa Baptist Church and how they've been helping Ukrainian refugees. And then we got to shadow one of the refugees named Roman. Let's take a look.
Roman is a refugee, and so he and his family came over here as a result of the war. Sadly, there are 7 million refugees from Ukraine, and that is the equivalent of the size of Denmark. He as a facilities man, one of the things that he's working on is setting up the church, making sure that facility is always clean and looking good and is set, ready to go for upcoming ministry events. So really grateful. He's doing a fantastic job.
Mr. Gregg shared how LBC is helping in many different ways.
But our church specifically has provided housing, has provided food, and in this case, a job as well, so that he could have income and be able to provide for his family. Yeah, Roman is a great gentleman. Really, it's an honor to work with him, and I'm thankful to have been able to pick up a few of his words, and so we've really developed a friendship this past month.
For ONW Now, this has been Wyatt McDonald.
With spring right around the corner, it's time to start those spring gardens.
Let's send it on over to Alyssa Dobbins for more on those spring gardens.
Hey Ravens, it's Alyssa Dobbins. It's springtime, so that means it's time to get planting. I talked to some horticulture students about what they're growing in the greenhouse.
I took horticulture because I kind of needed a credit, but I also thought I could learn a good bit from just planning and the experience. Right now we're planting a garden and we had to pick a topic, and so I just did like stuff I can cook with. So we got like cabbage and tomatoes and peppers in there. Now that I've been in here, I feel like I can take care of plants at home if I need to. So,
as you can see, the horticulture students are working very hard growing these vegetables.
In horticulture, we grow plants. It's the main thing. But we also learn about them and learn how they work. And it's really fun. Right now I have some cabbage growing. I have some cauliflower growing, chives, just basic stuff. And honestly, if you want an easy grade and to have fun, I recommend horticulture. It's a lot of fun, and there's just this sense of like achievement once your plant does grow, because you're just proud. You're proud of yourself.
Wow, thank you, Alyssa, and I will sure be planting my garden.
Now let's send it over to Weston and Dylan for more on game day.
What's up, Ravens? Welcome back to another edition of Game Day. I'm Weston Woodsbury.
And I'm Dylan Augustine. We've got recaps from last night's basketball games against Shawnee Mission West, the end of the boys' swim and dive season, bowling, getting ready to compete at regionals, and both wrestling teams preparing for state in Wichita. So let's get started.
Starting off with the show from last night, the Lady Ravens basketball team hosted the Shawnee Mission West Vikings. The Vikings
went on a big run to get a huge lead, 17-0. Looks like a football score to me. The Lady Ravens would make their way back into the game, only trailing by 4, 28-24 after 3 quarters.
The Ravens gained their first lead in the fourth quarter with both teams going on back and forth, but the Vikings made a game-winning layup to survive on the road, sliding the Ravens' record to 13-6. But they still stand at third in the Acacia 6A East standings.
Julian Huckabee led the team in scoring with 16 points, following Adrian Locke Garcia with 8 and Skylar Pierce with 7. They will travel to Olathe North on Friday night for a classic rivalry matchup.
Congrats to Skylar Pierce for setting the school record for most blocks in a single season, previously passing Michelle Crawl, who had 60 in the 2010-11 season.
The boys basketball team played the Vikings following the girls' game, and it was a physical game.
The Ravens started off the game with a 16-10 lead after the first quarter, and then put 22 more points on the board to set the score at half, 38-23.
The Vikings got fired up in the second half, but were unable to come back as the Ravens took the win in a huge scoring game, 73-67. Isaiah Cool led in the team scoring by 20, Kanye Montgomery with 15, Aiden Sullivan with 12, and Elson Blanding with 11.
The Ravens are now on a 3-game winning streak, which is the highest they've had all season long, and are right below 500 with a record of 9-10.
The Ravens will head down to Olathe North in a city showdown against the Eagles.
The boys swim and dive team went out to compete in the varsity state championship at the Shawnee Mission Aquatic Center.
That's right, our swimmers took 6th out of 27, with the relay taking 4th, Noah Brandstrom placing 3rd in the 100 backstroke and 4th in the 200 individual medley. Jack Lure placing 4th in the 50 free and 6th in the 100 free. Farrell Joshua placing 11th in the 50 free and 9th in the 100 free.
Spencer Lane placed 12th in the 200 and 100 frees. Kaifer Yim placed 12th in the 100 butterfly and 9th in the 100 breaststroke. The 400 relay team of Spencer Lane, Phil Joswar, Noah Brancham, and Jack LaRue placed 2nd and broke the ONW school record for the 2nd year in a row.
Noah Branstrom was named to the All-State first team and Jack LaRue was named to the All-State second team. Both swimmers are the highest scoring Ravens at the state in the past 10 years. Definitely very impressive to see.
Congrats to the Raven swimmers who compete at state for another successful season.
The Raven bowling team had their city tournament last Monday at Olathe Lanes East. The boys team recorded a whopping 2,806 point total, a new school record to come first in the tournament.
The girls came just 2nd in the city tournament with both teams qualifying for regionals.
Following the next day, last Tuesday, the bowlers stayed at Olathe Lanes East for the Baker tournament. The boys took first place while the girls placed 3rd.
Heading into regionals, Mason Browning, Dylan DePrima, Cam Kolstedt, Justin Preston, and Trent Longhofer and Tommy Mitchell will be competing for the boys side, and Emma Reese, Kelsey Booker, Ali Glasscock, Skylar Holmes, Giselle Chavez, and Bradley Pearson for the girls side.
That's right. Whoa, where'd we end up? The boys wrestlers had a lot of big wins on Saturday at the regional meet, with the Conover boys both named regional championships in their weight class.
Other big names: Tristan Duckworth, Gabe Scholl came 2nd, Joy Kingsby in 4th, Caleb Sharth in 5th, Presley Hartwig in 6th, and Leo
State Tournament in Wichita. For the girls' side, we have Cameron West, Haley Arthur, Megan Vasquez, Chloe Harris, Emmy Keller, and Val Galligan, all qualifying for state.
And for the boys' side, we have Lucas and Noah Conover, Gabe Scholl, Joy Kingsby, Caleb Sharp, Tristan Duckworth, Leo Blanding, and Presley Hartwig qualify for state.
The girls will start competing today at 10 a.m. following 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. The boys will start on Friday at 10 a.m., continuing on Saturday at 9 a.m. for the finale.
That's all we have for Raven Game Day. I'm Weston Woodsberger.
And I'm Dylan Augustine. Now let's send it back to Autumn and Michael.
All this talking has made me parched.
Shakes and teas.
Really? Let's send it over to my great friend Madison for more on the story.
Inspire Nutrition. Let's go take a closer look to see what they sell inside.
So we actually opened during the later months of the pandemic. This is our first location on the Kansas side. So we started at Liberty Nutrition up in Liberty, really far away.
Logan and her husband found this place in high school and have always dreamed to be small business owners.
I actually was going in there as a high school student and getting wedding cake shakes, and I just really fell in love with the environment and nutrition.
I'm in the back of Inspire Nutrition, and I got the chance to see what kinds of drinks she makes and how she makes them.
Their shakes and teas range from level 1 to level 3. This is based upon how much nutrition you want in the drinks.
We fell in love with nutrition and energy, and I think what really solidified it for us was just building a team.
Inspire Nutrition is definitely a place I recommend. This has been Madison Graham.
This past weekend, several of our students at ONW attended the Triple Crown Volleyball Tournament in downtown Kansas City. To learn a little bit more about the event, let's hand it over to Weston Wurtzberger.
This weekend, the Kansas City Convention Center hosted the Triple Crown Volleyball National Invitational Tournament.
I think this tournament is very impactful to me because I'm able to come out here and see something that I used to do back in the day, and just seeing how much bigger it's gotten over the years. Obviously, everyone here loves to play volleyball and they love to compete, and the motto of this tournament is where the elite come to compete. So it's just great to be able to bring all the talent they have all over the country and put it in one spot and see everybody get to showcase their talents in one place at one time.
During the tournament, I got the opportunity to work for Darren Tipton, the owner of Adrenaline Volleyball.
How impactful is this tournament to you and to everyone else?
Well, to us, it's huge. I mean, we made an investment to be here as we try and move out of our local space where we've been for the last 6 years into more regional and national space. We really invested in ourselves, I guess, to be here, and the results we'll see. But it's a big weekend. It's taken hours and hours of planning, and it's big for us, and obviously for the volleyball community, it's huge.
There are some familiar faces at the National Invitational Tournament, including ONW players Skylar Pierce, Jillian Huckabee, and Lauren Roediger.
It's a really important tournament. It's probably the funnest one in the year, I would say. It's probably my favorite tournament. It's more, I feel, it's not for a bid or anything, but it's more just bragging rights and just being able to compete against the best in the nation.
The Triple Crown Volleyball Tournament will be an event that these schools will never forget.
Now playing in college, I look back to tournaments like these, and I'm so thankful I've been able to do stuff like this, because if it wasn't for being able to get the exposure at a high-level tournament like this, I probably wouldn't have ended up at the school that I am at now. So yeah, just being able to go out and compete young and showcase what I was able to do definitely helped set me up for the future that I have now.
Kansas City is fortunate enough to host a spectacular tournament every year and are already looking forward to next year. This has been Weston Wurzburger for ONW Now.
Well, Ravens, that's a wrap for the show today.
Be sure to follow our socials at ONW Raven Network and subscribe to the Raven Network YouTube channel.
ONW Now will be back tomorrow, so stay tuned for the show. This has been Autumn Bertold
and Michael Kirby.
Peace out, Ravens.